Cake says, maybe I'm not here. Maybe I'm not here. Maybe it is all pre-recorded. Maybe it is a completely pre-recorded stream where I pre-programmed what you're saying. Actually, please don't go here. Please, I already have one person in chat who we already say is a program. Actually, we have two people in chat who we say is an AI. We already have Trev and we already have a theme. Are you joining the AI gang as well? Am I only gonna have bots in chat right now? Is that gonna be the lore of this channel? Am I gonna grow up a channel and say like everyone here is bots? Bots have taken over. They absolutely have. I mean, it is supposed to be that there's some sort of dead internet theory where more than half of the internet traffic is supposed to be bots and less than half of the internet traffic is supposed to be human. So if I stream to bots, technically I would have the larger audience. I'm always 2 steps ahead, but instead of like losing weight, I'm just streaming to bot. I'm botting my channels, being like, yeah, guys, this is the future. Botting, sub for sub, all that sort of shit. Speaking of that sort of stuff, of the botting, the sub for sub, the little scam stuff around growing on social media, my channel is doing great. And why do I know that? Not because, you know, you guys are supporting it massively on the Clips channel and, you know, we have consistent streams and videos, but because I have emails coming in and contacts coming in of people who are trying to scam me. Oh man, do I love those. Do I love seeing those because, oh, man, you know, when I started making a YouTube channel and I didn't know anything about this world, I was so naive that I would trust anyone. I got an email when I had 10 subscribers saying, do you want to be part of our clan? It's not called a clan, it's called a, oh god, what is it called? It's like a YouTube clan that could get you monetized. Oh man, it was like, it's not a management studio, but it's like, we're one big community here and we're here to get you better deals. We're here to help you grow. We're here to give you content. We're here to edit the content for you. We're here to do everything for you. You just have to show up and exist. And you're like, oh my god, that's fantastic. And then you join, and then when you join, you get nothing. And you basically just have to give them all of your money from YouTube, and then they give you some of your money from YouTube, if they feel like that. I just forgot the name, but yeah, basically like that is, it's one of those studios things. I got one of these emails very early on. They said like, oh, we're interested in your channel. If you want to join, you can join. It will cost you 10% of your earnings on YouTube, which was 10% of 2 cents was quite a bit. They also wanted me to promote their things. Every single one of my videos had to start with their little intro bit. And I was like, ooh, man, they know I'm gonna be the biggest YouTuber in the world. They're seeing that with like 10 subscribers and crappy Warframe videos. They already know. Gosh, they're early. They're early. But I didn't do it because, I did catch on that it was kind of a bit of a scam. But there's a whole bunch of them around there, and I think that over time they have gotten better and better and better and better. So one of them, which I recently got, was an email that came to my Postma 1 channel, which may be the one that you're watching this live stream on right now. Basically, the Postma 1 channel has some decent videos on them, although I haven't really posted a video in quite some time since right now I've moved away from doing high quality videos and I just post trash tier clips on my Clips channel. However, this Postma 1 channel is very close to getting 1,000 subscribers. Ooh, and why is that special? Well, the moment I get 1,000 subscribers, if you're seeing ads on this very channel, then I'm getting paid for them. Because right now I am not, which makes me feel all sorts of things except for being happy. Anyway, what did this email say though? So basically what this email said was, it was like, oh man, we're seeing you're very, very close to 1,000 subscribers. Why don't you join our service and pay us so much money a month? And then we'll go and boost your channel. We will boost your channel up and give you all sorts of juicy subscribers. And I'm like, you basically want to bot my channel. I see. However, I have to say that is just like the surface level scam, right? It is one thing that right now they're saying like, they're saying my name in the chat, or the email. They're saying like the amount of subscribers they have. They're personalizing it to be like, oh, you're close to 1,000, you may want to get that. So like, you know, like it's evolving a little bit, but also not so much because basically they're saying, we want to bot your channel, give us money. And if you don't know why that's not a good idea to do, probably shouldn't be doing YouTube because you're not going to make it with that. However, recently though, I got in a very, very, very advanced scam thing. Or I believe it's a scam thing because I cannot believe that this has been actually a real conversation that I've had with a real human. So I'm not going to share you the details, but recently I got contacted personally through Discord by a rather large streamer. a rather large foreign streamer who doesn't stream in English, who doesn't talk in English in any of their streams, and they talked to me and it's like, oh man, I've been watching your streams for such a long time. You came on my recommended tab, and man, do I love your stuff! Like it's so fun, and I think you're doing great. And yeah, I was wondering, like, hey, do you want to be friends? And I was personally like, that's interesting. I've never seen you in chat before, but hey, maybe you're one of those lurkers. Because one thing that I often do, I just put streams on the background, and I don't really chat all that much because then I feel like I'm tied down to a stream. If I chat too much in a stream, I feel like I have to constantly respond and wait for the response. And oftentimes I'm just working. I just have it on in the background, and I'm just relaxing. I'm just chilling, and sometimes I have to walk away, and then like if I don't chat, like I don't feel too much tied down. So it's like maybe he's a lurker, maybe he's just watching or whatever, right? So I was like, oh man, hey, nice to hear that you're watching in the chat. I haven't seen you in chat before, but I'm glad you're enjoying the content. And yeah, it's always cool to hear from fellow people who are making content. And then they started talking about basically like, oh, so what do you do? Do you also make YouTube videos? And I was like, well, basically, if you watch half my streams, they're all about, like me doing some games and talking about how I make YouTube videos. But maybe you've been away for all that time. I get that. So I was kind of like, okay, so yeah, I make YouTube videos. Here are some examples of it. And he's like, oh yeah, cool. So yeah, like, do you like growth? And I was like, what kind of growth are we talking about? You're like, real big growth. I'm like, well, only when it comes to certain things. Well, let me tell you now. I actually signed with a little stream team, right? I had a little stream team, little management organization. I signed with them. First, I was streaming to like tens of viewers. And I signed with them, and I'm streaming to thousands of viewers. And it's just so great. I just went from like 1,000 to 17,000 viewers or whatever. And like I'm loving it. It's fantastic. I'm like, well, good for you, man. Good for you. So yeah, what's so like you want to sell me something or anything? And they're like, no. I'm not trying to sell you something, but yeah, it's been so great. You really got to sign. I was like, well, okay. Seems like you're trying to sell me something. Why don't you tell me more about your experience? Because what's it been like? Like how are you enjoying the streaming with it? It's like no. Let's not talk about me. Listen. You really got to join one of these organizations. Because if you start streaming to that organization, number one, you're going to get more viewers. And number two, you will not have this shit-ass, non-engaging chat anymore. And I was like, all right. Listen, I was willing to entertain you. I was willing to entertain you trying to sell me some sort of like organizational scam. But now you stepped on the wrong thing. You're calling my chat not engaging. You're calling my viewers not engaging. How dare you? I got angry, man. So I just wanted to play it off nicely. I was like, okay, so like you say you've been a big fan of my stream, right? And you've been seeing a lot of streams. How do you feel that my chat is not engaging? Ever since I asked that question, he hasn't said a word. God, you can tell me my content is trash. You can tell me my views are low. You can tell me that I'm not consistent and that I have no idea what I'm doing. But you can't tell me that my community is bad or my community is not engaging or whatever, right? Don't you touch my community. God, that was so weird. And the weirdest thing was that account was actually linked to that actual channel. That was actually like a Discord account linked to that channel. However, when I went to that channel and just like through a messaging chat, the person didn't really respond. And I went through my streamer bot, and streamer bot notices everyone that comes into the chat. It writes everyone down. I can go over the last couple of months and just see everyone who's come in. I don't know how long they've watched, but I do know when anyone's come in on both YouTube and Twitch. And their name was not in there. So I don't really know what the deal with this is. I do feel it's very much a scam. Like the moment I kind of called him on this lie that he hasn't really been watching my stream because he couldn't really tell me like why my stream wasn't engaging and why my like he couldn't tell me anything about it. So clearly he hasn't been watching my stream. But then how did he get this account connected to the Twitch account of this foreign streamer? And like, what is this thing of like trying to befriend someone and then try and sell them on an organization while not really telling them what the organization is? He didn't even give me a link to click. He didn't even give me a link so I could download his files. It was so weird. But yeah, anyway, the channel's growing, and I can see that because I'm getting scammed again, and it's a good feeling until they're coming from my community. And if that's the case, I won't entertain you for very long.